back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your very first time seeing my face. I'm so excited to have you here today. In today's video, I did my everyday go-to glam. This was like a very highly requested video from you guys. You guys always want to know what I do on an everyday basis, and this is what I do on an everyday basis where I have to get glam. This isn't my everyday like no makeup look, but like I said in the outro, if you guys want to see the everyday no makeup look, let me know down below because I'll be more than happy to film that video for you guys. But yeah, I just kind of showed you how I perfect my skin and how I look somewhat presentable for the world and for myself. So if you guys want to see a tutorial on this look, then keep on watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up so I can know what videos you guys like to see, and be sure to comment what you think of this look down below, and what are the products that you use for your everyday makeup look. I know this video is a little bit long, but you can master this tutorial within 10 minutes, but I was talking the whole time explaining things, so it took me a little bit longer, but it can be mastered in under 10 minutes. I've done it before and I do it all the time. I'm gonna go ahead and do some subscriber shout outs because I love shouting you guys out. Shout out to Kylie Looney. She just commented on my video and she was like, love this video so much, I'm rewatching it. And that just like makes me so happy that you guys enjoy my content. It means, oh, it means the world to me that people out there love watching what I do because I love doing what I do. So I appreciate you so much, Kylie. Also, shout out to Abby Wilton for becoming a part of the Goria gang today. She commented on my video and she was like, I just found your channel, and yeah, so cool. Thank you so much. I hope you're seeing this. Shout out to Core Infinity. I don't know how to say the last part, but I love you so much. You always comment on my videos and you're amazing. Thank you so much. I love you. Shout out to Maya A. You're amazing. You know how much I love you and I appreciate your ongoing support. Shout out to Riley Ann. You're beautiful, and I think I've shouted you out before. I can't remember. But anyways, I just want to shout you out again because I love you. Shout out to Cleo. I love you. And Close Maldone. Love you too. Stay tuned for more subscriber shout outs. And let's go ahead and get into this video because I know you guys want to see this look and this next clip. Please excuse her, she is just waking up and not looking the best. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I do is my brows. I feel like when I start off with my eyebrows, I just can conquer the rest. And you guys know I've talked about it in so many videos, but my favorite eyebrow pencil is the Maybelline Total Temptation Brow Definer in the shade 315 Deep Brown. It has a little bit of a spoolie on this side. It's kind of short, but it really lets you get in there and brush each hair out. So I first just go over my brows and swoop them into place. And then I'll just take the other side, and this is almost out. I already purchased another one, so I have it back up. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and just go in. I don't do much. Well, I kind of do much. You're gonna see. I start in the middle and I just like to go all the way out. Down here, just really fixing the shape, defining it a little bit more and kind of darkening it, but I don't change the shape of my eyebrows because I find that the shape of my eyebrows is pretty nice. And excuse me, I picked up my skin the other night. I should not have picked up my skin. I always regret it the next day, but when I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, I'm like picking my skin. It's so much fun. And then I end up like getting scars. Love that. And then after I'm done filling like the mid to the end, I will go to the front and just line it like that and then do some light strokes. And then I'll just like brush it out. My skin has been taking L's lately, you guys. Like seriously, I just need to stop picking up my skin. This brow pencil is pure magic. It's so freaking good. All right, and now I'm gonna clean up my eyebrows. I don't use concealer. I think I've used concealer a few times and I just never liked it because it was too much and too hard to work with. So I'm just gonna use my Anastasia Pro Pencil in the shade Base 1. And it's just a pencil, so it's so easy to use. And you just line your brows all the way just to clean them up. And then you'll see that we're gonna go in and we're gonna blend that out. I know that looks like absolutely crazy. But now I'm just gonna take the Morphe M224 and just pull it downwards and just blend it out. And sometimes I even just go in with my finger really quickly. Alright, this is as good as they're gonna get, and I will go in with like a brow pomade in a few minutes. I do that like after I powder my face, otherwise my brows get like white and it's not a look. So now we're gonna move on to the next step. She got the best of me. She broke my heart. Oh, that's left me. Okay, so for my eyes, like my actual eyeshadow and everything, I don't do eyeshadow on an everyday basis. I actually tend to skip eyeshadow even on a full glam day. I need to get back into eyeshadow. I just go through these phases with eyeshadow where I'm like, oh, I want to keep doing tons of eyeshadow, and then sometimes I'm just like, I just want to perfect my face. But to curl my lashes, I'm gonna use a Surrat Beauty Lash Curler. This is one heck of a lash curler. It's really expensive, but it is the best lash curler. You only do it for a few seconds, otherwise it's like your lashes are too curled. And I do the middle and I do the top, and it just makes your lashes look so good. It's the best lash curler. I think it's like 30 bucks, but I really do love it. It's so good. Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Just one of the best mascaras ever, if not the best mascara. And I like to really pound on the mascara since I don't do falsies and I don't have lash extensions. I think my lashes are pretty long, like naturally, but I just love me some mascara. Shout out to my mom this morning for bringing me my Starbucks. I know my Starbucks looks so gross, but it's a venti iced coffee sub vanilla, because they normally put classic in there, and classic syrup is just sugar and I want flavor. So I sub the classic for vanilla. I do almond milk and light ice, and it's the best drink ever. But I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. I have been through this thing. I actually do need to pick up another one soon, but I'll just put this all over my face just for some extra hydration. And I just love the way this makes my makeup look so smooth and just beautiful and natural looking, but it just adds like a very nice barrier of moisture. And I'm gonna let that sit for a minute before I go in with my second primer. I love double priming. I just find that one primer normally is not enough. It's hard for me to find a primer that hydrates, smooths, fills, blurs, and keeps everything, you know, gripped in. So I'm gonna let this sit for a second before I apply the next one, and yeah. Alright, so it's been a minute, and I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. I talked about this in a haul. I will link the haul down below, and I also throw it up here if I'm able to. But I love this primer so much. I use 2 squirts. And I just go in, and it does everything except like super duper hydrate for me. So that's why I do the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base, but I just love this primer so much. I remember the other day I was just working like a lot that day. It was like a few days ago. I was just editing a lot, I was babysitting, and I was just touching my face a lot. I don't know why. I think that's why I've had like all these bumps. I've just been touching my face way too much, and I was touching my face a lot that day. And at the end of the night, I looked at my face and I was like, wait, I've been touching this area all day and nothing moved. And I swear it's the Hydro Grip Primer. It really grips everything, and it's like, it's very sticky, but you gotta give it a minute before you apply anything on top of it. So while we're waiting, I'm gonna go wet my beauty blender and I'll be right back. Okay, so for foundation, you guys know I have been so in love with the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear. It's become like my every single day go-to foundation, but it's a little light for me. I have the shade 460, so I'm gonna mix a little bit of the NYX Pro Foundation mixer in the shade Olive on my little mixing plate, and I'm going to make my perfect shade. All right, so I used about 1 pump of the L'Oreal foundation, and I used about 1 tiny squirt of the Olive mixer from NYX. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dot this on my face. So I like to start with a brush, so I'm gonna go in with the Morphe JH03 and just start to blend this out. I love blending my foundation with brushes nowadays, and then like going in with the sponge on top of it. Make sure you blend down your neck. And I have a little bit left on the pan, so I'm just gonna go in with my sponge now. It's a clean beauty blender, wow, and just build on top. I don't love full coverage foundation. I like medium coverage. Personally, I've been loving like a little bit of skin peeking through, but that's just how I like my foundation. I just don't like looking like a totally different person, if that makes sense. I just like to enhance myself. Even though I probably do look like a totally different person without makeup and with makeup, I don't like to think I do. So I'm just blending this out. And I love this foundation because it's so quick to blend and it looks so good on the skin. Oh my gosh, I love it. Next up we have concealer, and I'm not sure if I use anything else besides Jouer concealer anymore. I have the shade Macadamia, and I'm just going to place a little bit of this on my under eyes just to conceal some darkness and brighten up. And then I do a little bit over here, not a ton, because like I said, this is like more of my natural makeup look, even though I'm still doing a little bit extra product. This concealer is really nice because you can really manage how full coverage and how light coverage you want it. Even though a little bit does go a long way, you can just really manage it, and it never ever creases on me. It's the craziest thing. I don't know why and how, but this concealer is straight up magic. I haven't had it crease on me. Maybe that's just like my skincare, or maybe it's the concealer and the skincare combined, or maybe it's just the concealer. I highly recommend this concealer for anybody. It's good for your full coverage days, your medium coverage, and then even your light coverage days. So whether it's a very full coverage day or a very light day for makeup, I still do like to set my under eyes with translucent powder. So I'm first gonna blend out all of the edges and just make sure everything is completely blended, because once you set it, you can't go back. My favorite translucent powder is the Mercier. I just find that it is perfect. It keeps my makeup in place. It's just the best. So I'm gonna tap a little bit in the cap. I'm gonna go in with my blender and put it on this, and I'm gonna go straight into my eye. I will show you exactly how I do it because I'm gonna be putting cream products on my face now. So I need to only hit the under eye. So I'm gonna go right here in the inner corner and just right under that lash line. All right, so while I'm baking a little bit under my eyes, I'm gonna go in with my Chanel Soleil de Chanel bronzer. Let me know if you guys have found a bronzer that's not as expensive as this. I would love to know. But I'm gonna go in with a dry sponge, the butt of it, and go in here. And we're gonna bronze up this face. I love this bronzer so much. I've had it for 2 years, I think now, and it's so good. I do wish they would come out with it in different shades though for other skin tones, because I think this is the only shade they have, and it's definitely not universal for darker skin tones, and it's probably even too dark for lighter skin tones. Chanel, I know you have enough money to do it, so hop on that. I'm just gonna go right here. It's almost like I'm contouring and I'm like bronzing all in one. It's perfect. I know it's like an investment, but it's so worth it, and it's so natural and just like beautiful on the skin. And now I'm gonna go in with my damp sponge on the butt, and I'm just gonna tap over that to make sure it's all blended. And then I'm gonna take whatever powder is left in the cap of the Mercier powder on my favorite powder brush. I do need a new one though. I'm going to set the rest of my face. All right, now I'm just gonna take this brush from the JH07 collection and just tap in this powder, and then also like sweep upwards very, very lightly, so I don't move anything. So before we continue on, I'm just gonna quickly set my face. All right, so now for probably the quickest part of this whole routine, we're gonna use one palette. I did a review on this palette, freaking love it so much. I will link it down below if you guys want to see like a more in-depth review. Oh my gosh, it's so good. So I'm gonna go in with the bronzer, and I'm just going to go in with this JS2 brush, and I'm gonna go with a very, very light hand since we did bronze with the Chanel bronzer. And I'm just gonna go on top of that just to amplify it even more. Very, very lightly though. And it really helps to minimize the powder like application and how much powder you apply when you do cream products beneath it and as your first step. Alright, so I just bronzed, but I forgot to prep my lips. So I'm gonna go in with my Algenist Collagen lip and just apply this. Okay, and next up for blush, I'm gonna use the same palette, and I'm gonna go into the Gold Rush blush on this JH04 brush. I love the angle of this brush. And I'm just gonna go in here, and it's not too pigmented, so I do go in with like a little bit of a heavy hand. And I'm just going to apply this to the apples of my cheeks. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty once it's like built up and it has a couple coats, but it's very, very pale on its own. So you do have to go in for a little go, but once it's built up, it just looks so pretty on the face. And for highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the same palette. I'm gonna use the shade Cookie on another Morphe Jeffree Star brush. This is the JS4. And this is so pigmented, so I have to go in like with a very, very light hand and tap off a ton. Otherwise, it's too pigmented. It's that good. Just a little bit to add like a little glow. It's so good. I can like drench myself in this highlighter. It's so good. Oh, yes. And now I'm just gonna place it in the inner corner of my eye too with a smaller brush. This is the Morphe M321. And I'm just going to tap this in here just to kind of amplify it. And then on the brow bone. So I did say after we were done with all the powders, I would go in with my brow gel. I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in the shade Chocolate. This is so good, and that's why I don't really darken my brows that much. I just kind of shape them and fill them a little because this is so dark, and this just keeps it all in place. So I start in the middle, and I go very, very light-handed, and then I'll start in the front. It just snatches them. And before I forget, I always cover up my mole when I do foundation, so I like to add it back. So I'm just gonna go in with the LA Girl brow pencil and just top that and add it back. There we go, she's back. I'm gonna go in with my favorite lower lash mascara. It's by Wander Beauty. It's called the Unlashed Volume and Curl Mascara. It's so good for your lower lash line. Absolutely love it. I'm just gonna apply this. All right, to set my face, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. And then I'm going with a little bit more of the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist because this is just my favorite. Oh, it smells so good. And I'm actually going to use 2 squirts of the Dewy Set from Anastasia to really just make it look a lot more natural. I know it's very much so like a natural makeup look, but even more natural. Totally used more than 2 squirts. Whoops. Alright, so last up we have our lips. I'm gonna go in with my favorite lip liner. It's the NYX Nude Truffle Lip Liner. I don't even know how many times I've talked about this on my channel. It's just the best nude, and it's the best formula. For the actual lip color, most of you guys know that I just don't really wear a lip color. I go in with Aquaphor. It's so random, but it's the most perfect thing. So I take a little bit of Aquaphor, I put it on the back of my hand, and I like to warm it up a little, and then I will just go in and apply it to my lips. I just love the look of glossy lips, and I feel like Aquaphor just gives me the look of glossy lips. And especially when you blend the lip liner in with it, it just makes it all that better. It's like the perfect nude color. Aquaphor really comes through. Oh, and it's like moisturizing and hydrating, and it's very, very cheap. Boom. And that is it. All right, you guys, so that is everything for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had so much fun doing this look for you guys. It was very highly requested. You guys have always wanted to see like my everyday go-to glam. But if you guys want to see like a very, very natural, no makeup look, let me know down below, because I have that, you know, tutorial too. Well, I have that makeup look. I haven't filmed it yet, but if you guys want to see it, let me know down below, because I would love to film it for you guys. This is just really like embracing the skin and just enhancing your natural features for an everyday look. It's super simple, it's easy for anybody to do, and it's not time consuming at all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell. Also give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to check out my other videos that I mentioned down below in the description bar. Be sure to follow my social medias that are also listed on the screen right here and linked in the description box as well. And hopefully I will see you guys in my very next video. I love you, and keep on striving. Something good is about to happen to you, and I just feel like you need to keep staying on that same path, and it's gonna come to you. You're about to witness, and you're about to be greater than you already are. I love you guys so much, and I will see you guys in my very next video. Bye guys.